Namaste. Okay. Okay, today is Sutra 7 in Book 1. Here we go. Namaste. Oh yeah, I forgot the alternative beginning. Tatrang. Pratyakusha numanangamaha pramanoni. It's a little fuzzy. Hopefully you'll. Inindriyana. Inindriya prano nilaya lika. Inindriya prano likayang. Chittasya. Pahya vasatu paragat tad vishoyang. Samanya visheshot manoliya manultasya. Samanya visheshot. Samanya visheshot manultasya. Visheshovat. Visheshvatarano pratana. Puratotiha. Pratyakusham pramanam. Palamabhishuddha. Parushwe yashacheta paratati bodhataha. Parushwe yashacheta paratati bodhataha. Pratisambedi purusha iti uparishutta dupapadi shuyamaha. Anumeyasya tulya janti yeshivanuvarato. Tulya janti yeshivanuvarato. Pinana janti yapyo. Pinana janti yapyo. Vyaparatataha. Sambananto. Yasatade vishoyang. Samanya vatarana pratana. Puratatira numanam. Yatang deshanantara praputel. Deshanantara praputel gati macha chandandra tarakam. Yatang deshanantara praputel gati. Deshanantara praputel. Deshanantara praputel gati macha chandandra. Deshanantara praputel. Yatang deshanantara praputel gati macha chandandra tarakam. Jaitara bhat. Binantiya shivan. Binantiya shijan praputira gatiha. Number 1. Praputera. Bintiya shijan praputera gatiha. Aputera. Terashatonumito paltaha. Paratara. Sivabhuta samkranantaye. Shabudeno padishyate. Shabudat daltan. Shabudat daltan. Shabudat dadaltan. Shabudat dadalta vishoyam. Puratotiha shrotura gamaha. Yasyan sharadutayang to. Pakatang na turashata numit. Turashata numitang altaha. San agamaha. Pulavate. Pulavakatang aritu. Turashata numitang alte. Livi plavaha siyante. I need to double check this whole page actually. How do I do this? I'm gonna try to think of a system. I'll check it this way. You see how fuzzy this is? That's what I have to deal with. Okay. I did everything okay so far. 안녕하세요. Sorry, I have to double check the work. Trust me, I don't like double checking either. Okay. Alright, so it looks like at least I read it 90 to 95% correctly, or more. 100, up to 100% at this point. Because I double checked everything. What happened? Okay, so that was Sutra 7. Sorry, I was double checking the fuzziness to make sure I read everything correctly. There you go. Sources of valid ideas are perception and inference and verbal communication. Perception is that source of valid ideas when the mind stuff has been affected by some external thing through the channel of the sense organs. This fluctuation is directly related to that, but whereas the intended object consists of a genus and of a particular, it is chiefly concerned with the ascertainment of the particular. The result is an illumination by the self of a fluctuation which belongs to the mind stuff, undistinguished. We shall explain in detail hereafter in the passage beginning. Self is conscious by reflection of the thinking substance. Inference is the fluctuation which refers to that relation which is present in things belonging to the same class as the subject of the elation, and absent from things belonging to classes different. And it is chiefly concerned with the ascertainment of the genus. Thus, for instance, the moon and stars possess motion, because, like 자 있더라, they get from one place to another. And because the Vinantiya does not get motion, it does not possess motion. A thing which has been seen or inferred by a trustworthy person is mentioned by word in order that his knowledge may pass over to some other person. The fluctuation of the hearer which arises from that word and which relates to the object intended by that is a verbal communication. That verbal communication is said to waver, the utterer of which declares an incredible thing, not a thing which he himself has seen or inferred. But if the original utterer has himself seen or inferred a thing, it will be unwavering. Okay. There's this other translation. Oh, it's reset it itself. No, that's not it. This one. You guys could stare at it, I guess. I'm gonna make this 2 pages. I don't really need this. Yes. There you go. If you want another translation, you could pause it and maybe I'll make it bigger here. There you go. So that's just another translation. Can I make it benefit. Not really. Everything's against me. Everything's against me. Ha ha ha. It can't get any more joyful than that. You're the only thing remaining standing on the planet. For what? For God. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. So let me we have it already. Why is it doing that? Windows is not person friendly. It's just a slight problem Windows have. It's not person friendly at times. It treats you like you're not even there. It ignores you completely. Sometimes that's the difference between Windows and Apple, I think. Okay, so switching scene. Next up is Raga Veda. And if you're a Sanskrit scholar and you've been calling it Raga Veda, shame on you. I mean, you didn't know. So now you know. What are you gonna do now? Yeah. Okay. Chapter 19. Book 2. Raga Veda. The oldest Veda, the major of the first major Veda or something. 9 shlokas, long shlokas. Here we go. Namaste. Apayasyan taso madaya manishvinoha supanasya prayasaha yasaminanindraha paradivi mahabaratana okodate brahmanuyanan tashijan naraha asya manandano matavo vajra hasuto himinindro alnovaratam bi purashachat pra yadavayo na sivasaranuya prayam si chan tani nadi nangam chakramananta sa mahina inendro alno apam purairayadi ha chang purairayada hiha chang samudramu ajanayat suryam vidadugang agatuna hunam payunani satat so aparatini manave puru nuinendro danshadudang shushwe hananti brotramu 사디오 요 누르피오 아따사이요 푸트파스부르타네 피아흐 수리아시아 사타오 산 수는바탄 이는다라흐 수리아마 데보 리능음말티아야 스타바네 야드라임 구하다바디야 마스마이 파라담샴 나이타쇼 다샤시아느 나라는 타야트 사디바흐 사라타예 슈르나마 슈솨엄 구바얌 구트상양 데보당상양 나바팀짱 나베는드라흐 부로 비아라츠 참은바라시양 Evang tang inendro jatang. Evang tang inendro jatama hema shravasya na tumana pajayanan tahu. Ashyama tatasa butama shushwo no nanamo vatara devasya piyohu. Evang te Kurutu samadang shura manama vasyabo na vayunani takushuhu. Brahmanu yonantang Brahmanu yonantang inendra te jani naviyang ishamuljam sukushuitim sumunamashuhu. Nunam sang te prati param charitre tuhiyadinendra takushuinwa makoni shikushwa sitoterapio mati 다급하고 노 보러하드 바데마 비다테 수비랑흐. Draughts of the sweet juice have been drunk for rapture. Of the wine soma pressers offered daily, wherein, grown mighty in the days aforetime, Inandra hath found delight in men who worship. Cheered by this meath, Inandra, whose hand wields thunder, ran piecemeal, he who barred up the waters, so that the quickening currents of the rivers flowed forth like birds unto their resting places. Inindra, this mighty one, the dragon slayer, sent forth the flood of waters to the ocean. He gave the sun his life. He found the cattle, and with the night the works of days completed. To him who worshippeth at Inindra, give many and matchless gifts. He slayeth Brutra. Straight was he to be sought with supplications by men who struggled to obtain the sunlight. To him who poured him gifts he gave up Surya, Inindra, the god, the mighty, to the mortal. For Etashur, good worship brought him riches that keep distress afar, as twere his portion. Once to the driver of his chariot, Kutusa, he gave up greedy Shushunur, plague of harvest. And Inindra, for the sake of Divodasa, demolished Shambhara, 99 castles. So have we brought our hymn to thee, O Inindra, strengthening thee, and fain ourselves for glory. May we with best endeavors gain this friendship, and mayst thou bend the godless scorner's weapons. Thus the Guruttu Samadas for thee, O hero, have wrought their hymn and task as seeking favor. May they who worship thee afresh, O Inindra, gain food and strength, bliss, and a happy dwelling. Now may the wealthy cow of thine, O Inindra, give an eternal boon to him who lauds thee. Give to thy praisers. Let not fortune fail us. Loud may we speak with heroes in assembly. Namaste. Okay, next up is Upanishads. And after Upanishads, I'm going to do Ramayana and Mahabharata. And from now on, those are going to be like regular studies from now on. Ramayana is a lot of fun. Mahabharata is the most fun Vedic literature of the entire Vedic literature. If you haven't read Mahabharata, like that's like missing out the Matrix of the Hollywood movies. Seriously. And Ramayana, and that's another that's written, like a million years before Mahabharata, and 1 to 2 million years. And it's the oldest epic. So Mahabharata is the longest epic. It's more than 100 times as long as War and Peace. That's Mahabharata. That's the longest epic on the planet Earth, period. And Ramayana is the oldest epic from the planet Earth, period. It's orally speaking, it handed down 1 to 2 million years ago. And some humans had tails back then. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore, but that was 1 to 2 million years ago. If you don't, if you want to curse me out on what I just said, there's a person named Darwin, and he believed in it strongly. What he forgot to mention, though, is that there weren't just only one human race. According to the Vedic religion, I'm not gonna get into arguments. I'm just gonna say this: there was more than one human race. Okay, I'll shut up now. This is my recitation session, not my arguing session or a discussing session. But yeah, that's one fact that Darwin didn't know, is that he didn't know that there might have been more than one human race. Or maybe he did know it, but strictly, what I'm talking about is he, according to his theory of evolution, all humans had tails, say like 2 million years ago. What I'm saying is that some races didn't have tails. They always didn't have tails. Only a portion, maybe like a third of it, had tails. Something like that. Anyway, next is Upanishad, and this is according to my studies of the Vedic religion. And I've read the entire Ramayana before, not in the right Sanskrit, but I was learning Sanskrit while I was reading Ramayana. So now my Sanskrit is really, really accurate, so it's gonna be a lot more effective. What is that? How does that translate into to your world or this reality? It means all hell's gonna break loose in the world. And things are gonna try to make it right. Some things are gonna try to make the wrong right. That's what's gonna happen. But all I do is, I'm non-violent. Once again, I chant Sanskrit. Sanskrit does everything for me. I don't have to do. I don't. Once you know enough about Sanskrit, then even moving your arm becomes barbaric. It's like, oh, I have to use, a spoon. It's like, man, can I just Sanskrit? Can I just Sanskrit it instead of moving, instead of walking around? Can I just Sanskrit today? Can I make everything just, can I just do Sanskrit and let everything else do its own thing? That kind of thing. Okay, Upanishads. Let me pick that out first. Where is my Upanishads? And yes, it's not Upanishad, it's Upanishad. I can't find it. What does that mean? I can't find it. Upanishads. Should be right there, right in front of me. But it's not. It's not right in front of me. Ah, found it. It was right in front of me and I couldn't see it. That's really alarming. What's going on? What's going on with my brain? What am I missing out? What is troubling my brain? Okay, so sixth kanundua. That's 4. That's 6. Okay. It's longer than usual. Like a full chapter. Alright, so that's gonna be fun. Here we go. I kind of like half lie down. Alright, here we go. Namaste. Is he serious? Is he half lying down and reciting Sanskrit? Yeah, holy saint of a person, you. Iti shashurtaha kanundoha atang tiangamam bhagavaka pral bhagavar bhagavaka palka bhagavarka pranoha sama tadetasya murajya tyuta tadetasya murajya tyuta sama tasma durajya tyuta sama kiyate bhagava. Why is it so loud? Bhagava san pranomasatatta sama Chakushura Balgat Chakushura Balgat Chakushura Balgat Chakushura Balgat Mai Sama Tade Tasya Murajya Tyuta Sama Tasma Durajya Tyuta Sama Kiyate Chakushura Balgat Masatatta Sama Shurutra Mebangangamahu Mebangamanahu Shurutra Mebangamanahu Sama Tadetasya Murajya Tyuta Sama Tasma Durajya Tyuta Sama Kiyate Shurutra Mebang Sang Manomasatatta Sama. My voice is getting louder. What's going on here? Am I healing? Atan tad yade tadakushonoho shukulam paho saibaigatan yanan nilam paraho kurushanam tatasama tadetasya murajya tyuta sama tasma durajya tyuta sama kiyate Atan yade vaita dakushunoho yade vaita dakushunoho shukulam paho saiva sata yananilam paraho kurushanam tadamasatatta sama Atan yan eshonan tarakushinui purushwo durushyate Sailbalkatatta sama tadukutam tadia jusa tadu brahma tasyai tasyang tadeva rupam yadamushu rupam yavamushu keshino down keshino yananama tananama san eshu ye jaitasama dalbancho lokan siteshwam Jashatue Manu Shuyakamanam Jati Tadia Ime Binoyam Kayananti Tamte Kayananti Tasumate Tanasanayahu Atan Ye Atan Yam Etadevam. This is a good level. I want to remember. Okay, now I got it. Bidubanan sama gayati upeo sa gayati so 소문나이바 사 에슈 자 모시마 뜨바란조 로카세타 시조 시자 분노 시자 분노 시자 분노티 데바카마 시장 데바카마 시장. They separated it. Oh, that's really troubling. 로카세타 시자 분노티 데바카마 시장. So with that red ink letter there, that's actually messing up the ancient text. Wow. So I was cursing it out when I first saw it. I apologize for cursing it. I know I shouldn't swear while reciting Sanskrit, a holy, holy language, but something as stupid like that, destroying an ancient text, separating it, because this is supposed to deva. This is supposed to be without the red ink. Deva kama shijang, but with the ma. It's deva kama ma. It's separate shijang from ma. And that's why I use the S word, stupid. And I'm trying to calm down too, but this doesn't help. But that means my forgiveness hasn't been perfected yet. Okay. 아타네나이바 예 짜이타스마 달반조 로카세탕 시자 분노티 로카세탕 시자 분노티 마누쇼여카마 시자 타스마두 다이반 비두드 가땅 다이반 비두두 가땅 다이반 비두드 강땅 부루양트 감테 까마마가야니 디에쇼 예바 까마가 나츠 나시에쇼 두에 까마가 나마시에 두에 시에쇼 두에 까마가 나시에쇼 두에 야 에반 비드바는 사마 가야티. Okay, that's it. But now I have to double Kursama. Oh, so because of that red ink, I have to read the whole thing all over again. It looks like. Wait, maybe I don't have to, because just sama. Yeah, I'm okay. So when it started from here, that's when it started giving me trouble, because they shouldn't have separated it. So stupid. So stupid. How's the transliteration? This is one. Chandogia. Chandogia Upanishad. I can't find it. Yeah, got it. Should I just go with this then? I guess. This is no good, because the red ink is really getting in it's destroying the ancient text. Yes, it has destroyed words, divided one word into two. They wanted to sneak in that Only humans would do such smart thing. Very, very smart. Smartest thing in the entire effing planet. Okay, so what am I doing here? Original text, and do they have Devanagari here? Well, save me some time. No, I have to physically install a whole different language. Wait a minute, maybe that's better. Maybe I'm just gonna use this version from now on. This is modern Devanagari. It looks really funny to me. Like computer Devanagari. 177. So they don't use. No, they do. They do use that stupid. When it doesn't belong there. It's a nice sounding, character, but if it's not doesn't belong there, why would you use it? Why would you add something to an ancient text? The New Testament is really specific about that. Do not add anything to it. Do not add anything to a holy text, ancient text. Like, do you have something to contribute to a text that's 10,000 years old? Did you have an opinion 8,000 years later? What's going on here? Okay, sorry, that was my break, I guess. So I don't even want that break. I'm forced to take it because people are inept. Sixth Karandva. The rug is this earth, the Saman is fire. The Saman rests on that rug. Therefore, the Saman is sung as resting on the rug. Sa is this earth, Ama is fire, and that makes Sama. The rug is the sky, the Saman air. The Saman rests on that rug. Therefore, the Saman is sung as resting on the rug. Sa is the sky, Ama the air, and that makes Sama. Rug is heaven, Saman the sun. The Saman rests on that rug. Therefore, the Saman is sung as resting on the rug. Sa is heaven, Ama the sun, and that makes Sama. Rug is the star, Saman the moon. The Saman rests on that rug. Therefore, the Saman is sung as resting on the rug. Sa is the stars, Ama the moon, and that makes Sama. Rug is the white light of the sun, Saman the blue exceeding darkness. The Saman rests on that rug. Therefore, the Saman is sung as resting on the rug. Sa is the white light of the sun, Ama the blue exceeding darkness, and that makes Sama. Now that golden person who is seen within the sun, with golden beard and golden hair Now the golden person who is seen within the sun, with golden beard and golden hair, golden altogether to the very tips of his nails, whose eyes are like blue lotuses. His name is Ut, for he has risen above all evil. He also, who knows this, rises above all evil. Rag and Saman are his joints, and therefore his Udgita. And therefore he who praises him is called the Udgatari, the outsinger. He is Lord of the worlds beyond that, and of all the wishes of the Devas. So much with reference to the Devas. So, one thing I forgot is I forgot to change the chapter. So that wasn't chapter 5, that was chapter 6. I'll just leave it there so you could see that it was chapter 6. Sorry. Okay, so that's page 9. And this thing doesn't reset, so I don't have to record that. Whatever. Okay, so now I'm gonna read Ramayana. Let's the second most fun Vedic literature. Period. The first being, once again, the Mahabharata. There's nothing better than Mahabharata, in my opinion. Oops, give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break. Okay. That was not for me. That was not for me. Mic check. Okay. Gotta remember this volume level. This is really ideal. Now that I'm just getting comfortable whenever I'm doing my studies. Okay, so what was I doing? Oh yeah, Ramayana. Okay, just waiting until it loads. Page 86 was yesterday, or last time I read Ramayana. So now it's Ashitama. What's 8? Nava, yeah, Nava is 9. Navamaha Salgaha. And it's only 20 verses. I got locked in. Somebody still likes me. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah. I was gonna forget it once again. So now it's chapter 9, page 88. No, I don't need to mark this. Yeah, I do need to mark it actually. Here we go. Namaste. Navamaha Salgaha. Etachutrutavang Rahaha Suto Ranjanamidama Brabit Shruyatam Tat Pura Vratatam Puranwecha Mayang Shrutam Rata Big Pirupadishitwoyam Ragabig Pirupadishitwoyam Puran Vratato Mayang Shrutaha Sanatu Kumaro Bhagavan Purvam Katitavan Katam Rashwi Noam Sanitel Rajam Sitava Putra Gamam Prati Kanshyam Pasyam Chan Putrosati Pipanandakan Iti Shrutaha Roshyoshram Roshyoshram Iti Hyan Tasatasya Putro Pavishyati Sambane Nitya Samburuduto Munilbanacharaha Sadang Nanyam Janati Pipuranandro Nityam Pitranduvaltanat Devai Vityam Brahmacharyasya Bhavishyati Mahatmanaha Lokeshu Pratitam Ranjanan Vipuraishicam Katitam Sadang. Nasya Ibam Valtamang Nasya Kalah 사마피발따땅 아그님 시슈루 셔망노시양 비타람짱 야샤세비나무 에타스미는 네방강레투 로마방아다흐 프라타파방아느 암게슈 프라티토 랑장 파비시아티 마하발라흐 다시양 비아티크라마드 랑지뇨 파비시아티 수다루누어 아나브르셔투이흐 사코랑 바이 수코랑 바이 살바로카 파야 바하 아나브르셔투염 tu puratutayam rajang tuhakasamanam bitahu brahmanon churutta samburatutang samaniya prabhakushuyati bhavanan tahu shurutta kalmano lokacharitra vedinahu samadhishanantu niyamam prayashichitam yatang bhavetu 이티우크땅 이티우크땅 스템 타토 랑진양 살베 브라흐마노사트타마흐 마쿠슈요는티 테 마히방람 브라흐마노 베다파라강흐 비판은더 가수담 랑자는 살보방야이리하나양 sorry 아나야 두 마히방라 러슈여 셔름감 수사트 그릇담 비판은더 가수담 랑자는 브라흐마놈 베다파라감 Parayachachang Kanyam Shanandam Pai Bitinang Sudama Hita Susama Hitahu Teshwam Tu Pachanam Shrutavang Rajang Jinentam Parapatasyate Kenopayena Pai Shakya Mahanetum Shakya mihanetum sa piriyapan tato rajang pinishachitya saha manantari piratamapan purohita mamatiyam shichang purasho yishumi satakuratan tatu rajinyo pachaha shrutava pyatita pinatananaha 나 가제체마 러시월 피당 아눈에 쉬어는 띠땀 느르밤 바쿠쇼여는 띠 지는 다이트방 때 다시오방 양시장 땅은 구쇼망은 안에 쇼여모 바얌 비프람 나짱 브라 도쇼 바비쇼여띠 에바맘강 티페나이방 가누이강 피를 쇼에허 가누이강 필러 가누이강 필러 쇼에허 수타허 아니 또바셔야드 데바허 샤는 땅 장스마이 프라티야테 로슈여스름 가스투 장마땅 부드람 세타방 비탕아시아티 사나투 쿠마라 카티타 메땅 아바드 비아 허르땀 마양 아탕 허르셔뚜 다샤라타흐 수많은 드람 프라티아파 쇼땅 야탈쇼여시름 가스땅 가스드방니 또 아탈쇼여시름 가스드방니 또 예노방 예낭 소지아 땅 That's it. The ending. Itim Juem Sri Madhuramayanam Paramikiyam Adikambiyam Panglakanandwayam Nabamaho Salgaho. Namaste. Canto 9. Hearing of this, Sumanantara spoke to the king in private as follows. Listen to a popular legend, also heard by me, in the course of a Puranic exposition. This expedient, recommended by the priests, has been heard of by me as the theme of a legend. The omniscient sage Sanatakumara, O king, foretold of yore an anecdote in the presence of seers in connection with the birth of sons to you. There is a son born to the sage Kashyapa and known by the name of Vipanandaka. A son who will be known by the name of Rishyashranga will be born to the latter. Constantly brought up in the woods and ever moving about in the woods, the aforesaid hermit, who will be a ruler of the Brahmanos, will know nothing beyond constant service to his father. Both the types of Brahmacharya, celibacy, well known in the world and ever extolled by the Brahmanos, will be observed by the high-souled sage. Time will roll past the said sage, even while living as aforesaid, attending the sacred fire as well as his illustrious father. In those very days, of course, the glorious and mighty Romapangada will be the well-known ruler of the Anganga territory. Through some transgression by that king, there will be a most severe and fearful drought. There that will be a source of terror to all men. When a drought has actually set in, the king, full of agony, will call together Brahmanos advanced in learning and address them. You have heard about my actions, and are aware of the practices of the world. Enjoin a course of discipline, by undergoing which my sins may be atoned for. All the aforesaid jewels among the Brahmanos will be requested in these words by the king. The said Brahmanos, the masters of the Vedas, will speak to the king. Fetch here, by all means, the sage Rishyashranga, O king. Causing Rishyashranga, Vipanandaka, son of Brahmana, well versed in the Vedas, to be brought with due reverence, O ruler of the earth. Give away your daughter, Shananda, according to the scriptural ordinance, with a devout and unquestioning mind, O monarch. Hearing their suggestion, however, the king will fall a musing as to by what means the mighty sage can be brought to his capital. Having arrived at a conclusion in consultation with his counselors, the prudent king will then dispatch his family priest and ministers with honor. They will, however, be distressed to hear the king's command, and with drooping faces submit. We are not prepared to go afraid of the Rashi, and will pacify the king. Deliberating on the feasible methods of luring away Rishyashranga, they will suggest them and say, we shall fetch the Brahmano, and no blame will attach to us. These parentheses are getting in the way, man. In this way, the Rishi's son will be caused by Romapangada to be brought through courtesans. When the rain god will cause clouds to send down rain, and Shananda will be given to Rishyashranga. And Rishyashranga, your son-in-law, will actually get sons for you. This prophecy of the sage Sanatakumara has been reproduced by me. Full of delight, Dasharatha forthwith replied to Sumanantara. It may be pointed out how and by what device the sage Rishyashranga was brought. Thus ends Canto 9 in the Balakanandva of the glorious Ramayana of Varamiki, the work of a Rashi and the oldest epic. Yeah, I hate it when there's so many these parentheses. You know, you gotta find the sentences and find the words, because some of these parentheses are covering like 3 lines. Yeah, it just tells me a lot about the state of the world. I mean, if you study the Vedic literature, you get to understand what the spiritual sense of the world is, and it's really bad. It's really, really bad. And I'm starting to realize that I can't really get mad at anyone or anything. It's just, just, it is what it is. You know, humans stopped believing, kind of like altogether almost. They just stopped believing. Okay, next up is Mahabharata. They don't believe in any. They're like silent nihilists. Okay. Section 9. Make sure it matches up. 8th, 9th. Okay. So this is Mahabharata. And depending on how much I get done, well, after this, I have to read Karaki Purana. There's no escaping Karaki Purana. I have to read it, or else how could prophecies be fulfilled, kind of thing. Here we go. Okay, let me get really comfortable, because I don't care nobody cares, so why should I care? I'll still do the requirements, but I'm not putting any more effort. Not anymore. Just, yeah. Grumble, complain. 넘었을 때 수당 방창 대슈 다트로 바비시 두에슈 두에 바트로 바비시 두에슈 브라흐마누에슈 사마는 따따흐 루루시 쭈꾸로 샹 가하남 바남 가트방 수두흐 기타흐 쇼케나 비하따흐 쇼탕 빌라바는 까루넘 바후 아바라비드 바짜남 쇼짜는 뿌리양 지는티야 브라마드 바람 샤테 성 부비 따는 방은기 마마 쇼가비 발티니 많은 타바남 자 살베숑 김누 두어카마따흐 바람 야디 따뜻함 따빠스 따뜻함 구라보 방 마양 나 야디 사미야가라 티타 스테나 산지 바투 마마 프리양 야탕 자느마 프로티 바이 야타 트마함 트르타 브라타흐 브라마드 바랑 따타디아이바 사무투 티슈터투 파미니 데바두 다우방짱 아피타트세 하 야드방짱 루로 두하케나 따는 무르쇼 나두 말티아시아 달마트마는나 유라스티 가땅아유쇼흐 가땅아유레쇼 그르파노 가는 달방아프 사로소호 수땅 가는 달방아프 사라소흐 수땅 따스마 쯔초케 마나스땅 땅마 그르타 스뜨밤 까탄짜나 우방야시짱 뜨라 비히타흐 볼밤 데바일 마하 뜨마피흐 tam yati chasi kaltum devam prapusyasi mam pramadvaram rururuvangchang ka upangayah kuruto devai bruhi tatitvanai kecharang karishuye tam tatang shurutavang dratu mahati mam pavan devadu tam uvangchang ayushultam parayacha chasavang kanya yai prugunanandana evamuttang siati rurotava pariyang paramadvarang rururuvangchang ayushultam parayacha chami kanya yai kecharotama Shurangangararu pang parano utatishitatu mama puriyang sutang uvangchang tato karantalvara jashichang devatu tashichang sadatamau talmara jambupetiedam pachanam pratyapa shotang talmara jang yushultenam rurol pariyang paramadvarang samututishitatu kalyanui murtaiva yati manyase talmarang uvangchang paramadvarang rurol pariyang devadu ta yati chasi ututishit utut. Oh no, I have to do this again. Okay. Samututishitatu kalyanui murtaiva yati manyase talmarang uvangchang paramadvarang rurol pariyang devadu ta yati chasi ututishitatu vayushultena rurolevang samanan vitang sutang uvangchang evam mukute tatah kanyang sudatishitatu paramadvarang rurositasyang yushultenang rurositasyang yushultenang subutevang paravalnuini etadudurashitam pavishuye hi rurorutama tejasahu ayushotik prang vrutatasyang ayushotik prang ayushotik prang ayushoti pura vrutatasyang pariyal teltam hura sattaviti hura sattaviti. I think reading really bad reading Devanagari is really bad for me, which means I'll read the bad Devanagari at the end of my studies. So Kariki Purana, I can't find any good copy of it. If you have a good copy, Sanskrit Devanagari, original copy of the Kariki Purana, please message me, DM me, whatever it takes. Give me the copy, PDF it somehow, I don't know. But yeah, it's not good. Alright, starting at the Shloka 16 again, at the top. Etadudurashatam pavishuye hi rurorutama tejasahu ayushoti pura vrutatasyang pariyal teltam hura sattaviti tatang ishutwe hani tayohu pitarao chakratulmudang pibangham tau cha remate parasa parahitaishuino sa labutuvang tulapam pariyam padma kinjalal ka saprapam pratam chakre vinashaya 지흐마가남 트르타브라타흐 사드라셔트방아 지흐마가는 살방아스 지흐마가는 살방스티 브라코파 사마는 비타흐 아비하는티 야탕사는 남 그르히야 브라하라놈 사당 사카당 아찌드바남 비프로 루루라피아 가마는 마하트 샤야남 따트라 자파샤드 두어는 두어밤 팜 자파샤드 둔 자파샤드 두는 두밤 샤야남 따트라 자파샤드 두는 두밤 자파샤드 두는 두밤 바야사는 비땀 따땅 우디야미야 다눈담 사까라 다눈도 밤암 따당 아피아크나두로 쇼이토 비포라스 따무빵 짱타 두는두 파흐 나파라 티아미테 겐치다 하마디야 따포타나 삼람은 파트 따뜻기 말탐 삼람은 파트 따뜻기 말탐 마마피함시 브루셔는 비타흐 Namaste. Okay. Oh, I also forgot to change the chapter again. Whatever. Yeah, so that was chapter 9 of book 1, Adi Balba, not chapter 8. Okay, Southie said, while those illustrious Brahmanas were sitting around the dead body of Brahmadibara, Ruru, sorely afflicted, retired into a deep wood and wept aloud. And overwhelmed with grief, he indulged in much piteous lamentation. And remembering his beloved Brahmadibara, he gave vent to his sorrow in the following words. Alas, the delicate fair one that increaseth my affliction lieth upon the bare ground. What can be more deplorable to us, her friends? If I have been charitable, if I have performed acts of penance, if I have ever reverenced my superiors, let the merit of these acts restore to life my beloved one. If from my birth I have, controlling my passions, adhered to my vows, let the fair Brahmadibara rise from the ground. And while Ruru was indulging in these lamentations for the loss of his bride, a messenger from heaven came to him in the forest and addressed him thus. The words thou utterest, O Ruru, in thy affliction can have no effect, for, O pious man, one belonging to this world whose days are run out can never come back to life. This poor child of a Ganantaiba and Apasara has had her days run out. Therefore, O child, thou shouldst not yield up thy heart to sorrow. The great gods, however, have provided beforehand a means, and if thou compliest with it, thou mayest receive back thy Brahmadibara. And Ruru replied, What is that which the gods have provided, O messenger of heaven? Tell me in full, so that hearing I may comply with it. It behoveth thee to deliver me. And the celestial messenger said unto Ruru, Resign half of thy own life to thy bride, and then, O Ruru of the race of Phrugu, thy Brahmadivara shall rise from the ground. And Ruru replied, O best of celestial messengers, I give up a moiety of my own life in favor of my bride. Then let my beloved one rise up in the dress and form of love. Southie said, Then the king of the Ganantaibas and the celestial messenger, both of excellent qualities, went to the god Daima and addressed him, saying, If it be thy will, O Dharmaraja, let the amiable Brahmadevara, the betrothed wife of Ruru, now lying dead, rise up with the moiety of Ruru's life. And Dharmaraja answered, O messenger of the gods, if it be thy wish, let Brahmadevara, the betrothed wife of Ruru, rise up and deal with the moiety of Ruru's life. Sauti continued. And when Dharmaraja had said so, that maiden of superior complexion, Brahmadevara, endued with the moiety of Ruru's life, rose as from her slumbers. This bestowal by Ruru, and then with length of days of a moiety of his own life to resuscitate his bride afterwards led, it was seen, to a curtailment Ruru's life. And on an auspicious day, their fathers gladly married them with due rites. And the couple passed their days devoted to each other. And Ruru, having obtained such a wife as is hard to be found, beautiful and bright as the filaments of the lotus, made a vow for the destruction of the serpent race. And whenever he saw a serpent, he became filled with great wrath, and always killed it, taking up a weapon. I believe that word should be wrath. I'll double check after I finish it. One day, O Brahmanu, Ruru entered an extensive forest, and he there saw an old serpent of the Dundupa species lying stretched on the ground. And Ruru thereupon lifted up in anger. And Ruru thereupon lifted up in anger his staff, even like to the staff of death, for the purpose of killing it. Then the Dundupa, addressing Ruru, said, I have done thee no harm, O Brahmanu. Then wherefore wilt thou slay me in anger? Okay, I'm not gonna read the ending because there was no ending in the Sanskrit. Yeah, there's no ending. Either they forgot to include it or there's no ending in the original. Okay, so that was chapter 9. Let me double check this word here. Changing scene, researching. Got it. Why did they make it so hard? No way, they took it out. Yes. Oh no, okay, I thought they took out a website down. Took the website down. Sorry, I'm still looking at the word that's missing from the text. I'm double checking other people's works. Oh man. The Bible section. Which one was it? 7? 9. Okay, here we go. So missing word is great wrath. I think it's wrath. Yep, great wrath. Sorry, so I had to look it up because I don't even know why I'm looking it up. Okay, I wanna do Karuki Purana. I'm gonna check when the sunset is because I have to do my prayer. It doesn't give me the time right away anymore. Okay, I have half an hour left. 20 minutes before the sun goes down. Do I have enough time? I think so. Alright, so I'm gonna do Karuki Purana next. And it will be chapter 2. Have to find it. Okay. I hope it's easy to read today. If there are no misprints. Is it asking too much? Yeah, it's asking too much. Alright, so I'm good. Here we go. Yeah, Windows is not human friendly. I just closed all my windows. I have to find it again. Can it get any more difficult? What the heck is this? DVD. Panchamo, but it's book 1. This sucks. This just sucks. Or am I, I just want to read, and Earth people are not smart enough. Oh boy. Okay, I think I found it again. Can I do this, please, without any trouble? Why is this book giving me so much trouble? It's like every time there's drama with this book. This Karuki Purana. And so it's chapter 2, which is chapter 8. No, chapter 9 now. I'm gonna forget it one of these days too. Okay. Yeah, I don't feel good about this. I'm just afraid that there's gonna be so many misprints and errors and other mistakes that's gonna make me lose all hope in all faith in humanity. So I've lost all faith already. Like, you want me to go negative faith on humans? Okay, how many shlokas are there? Oh, that's good. 33. Very doable. It's gonna take me less than 10 minutes. About 10 minutes. Chapter 9. Or chapter 2, book 2. This stupid. They don't have a book system. They just chaptered everything. Sorry, I'm verbalizing everything. 넘었을 때 드비티얌 샤흐 드비티요티아야흐 수당 우방장 까르기흐 사로바랑 피앙세 잘라 하라너 발트마스 잘라 하라너 발트마니 스바츠 차라 스바츠 차스 스바츠 차스파 스바츠 차스파또이 까소방네 브라방라 찌또 찌따 베디케 브라방라 찌따 베디케 사로자 사오라 파비아그라 프라마드 프라마라나디테 사로자 사오라 파비아그라 프라마드 프라마나디네 디테 사로자 사오라 파비아그라 프라마드 프라마나디테 사로자 사오라 파비아그라 프라마드 프라마나디테 사로자 사오라 파비아그라 프라마드 프라마라나디테 가담은 바포타 파트라 리바리타 디티아 달샤네 가담은 바포타 파트라 리바리타 디티아 달샤네 사무방사사네 치트레 사다시바나 바탕리타흐 까르키흐 브라스타 바야마사 슈감 바드마 시라맘 무당 나게시바라마티아스타흐 슈코 가트방 다달샤 담 알미아스탕 비시니 바트라샤이님 사키필브르땅 니시방 사방 따땅 빼나 물라야팀 바다나문 보자무 우드고 슈이빠는 팀 사킴 따땅 따뜻따 까말람. I think they made a mistake here. I'm gonna read it my version because I don't trust humans. 니시방 사방 따땅 빼나문 발 라물라 니시방 사방 따땅 빼나문 라야팀 니시방 사방 따땅 빼나문 나물라 니시방 사방 따땅 빼나문 라야팀 바다나문 보자무. Yeah, I think that's the correct version. 어뜨고 쇼이빠는 팀 사킴 따뜻땅 사키 따뜻따 까말람 짜는다 놓고 쇼이따무 레바바리 스나땀 바라가시암 사마가따무. You see that X there? Some person made that up. Paraga tuyam. And this means this thus sense the alternative text. Paraga tuyam iti partha는 따라무. Paragasyam samagatamu. Paragasyam samagatamu. And I read 3 different versions. 트르타니람 라사가땀 니는다는 띠임 바바남 뿌리야무. 슈카흐 사카루노흐 사투바짜나 이스타 마토쇼노 야뜨 사투바짜나 이스타 마토쇼 야뜨 상 드바메히에티 드바메히에히 때 스바스티 스바가땀 스바스티 메 슈페 가테 드바이야 티비양 드바이야 티비야 그라함 샤는 티스테스투 라사야나트 라사야남 둘룰라팜 메 솔라팜 때 시방아시라예 그바 메 파갸비히나야 이하이바 바라발누이니 데비땀 사라사스티레 브라티슈터 비앙가땅 바야무 에바마니오니아 삼바하다 무디땅 아뜨마노 노라테 에바마니오니아 삼바하다 무디땅 아뜨마마 노라테 무캄 무케나 나야남 나야네 사드르땅 가다오 비말라 말리니 롤라 까말라 까마까는다나 까마까는달라 빌라시니 자루마티 구무데티아슈투 구무데티아슈투 나이깡흐 사키야 에땅 마땅 세땅 필잘라끄리 널 타무디아 땅 바드마 브라하 사라세티 라마야는 뜨베 땅 마양 스트리야흐 이티양 키야양슈 시비강 마루히야 파리바리 땅 사키 피셔자루 베쇼 필푸 뜨방 사키 피셔자루 베쇼 필푸 뜨방 스바는 따흐뿌라드 바히흐 스바는 따흐뿌라드 바히흐 브라야야오 뜨바리땀 뜨라슈톰 파이시미 야두파팀 야텅 자나흐 뽀맘 사흐 파티 I hate it when they do that. Put the words together seemingly so I get confused. Almost halfway there. Sunset is gonna be soon. I'm gonna suffer. Hopefully not that much. Okay, here we go. 자나흐 뽀맘 사흐 파티 예 보라스타흐 브라두두루부흐 스트리트 바야 스트리트 바파야드 디가는 따라무 스트리트 바파야드 디가는 따라무 슈릉은강 어떻게 방 비파누이 스티땅 예 니장은가나 세타 피타 보누야가 이리양. And there's number 1. 니장은가나 세타 피타 보누야가리 니장은가나 세타 피타 보누야가 이리양 흐
Nijangın ganası ta pita punuya gairiya. Nijangın ganası ta pita punuya gairiya.
Number one. Where is it? I can't even find number one. They make a footnote and either it got lost while being digitized or somebody just didn't care. That sucks. Alright, so now I'm forced to... I hope it's not referring to this here. That's just an explanation. You have no right to explain in the middle of a word. Let's check here. There's not even a number on this one, which makes me go with this version again. So it seems like when I'm going with this version, there's something wrong with this, and then I go with this version, and there's something wrong with it, but it's right here. It's correct in this version. It's really unfortunate. Alright, I'm gonna go with this though. 니바리땀 땀 시비감 마하는 띠오 나이리오 띠마트 땅 바라바트 따라 실장 바드마 슈코크 띠양 따두바이리오 바스탕 자가마 따피흐 바리방아리땅 피흐 17 no 15 sorry 15 슈코크뜨바다바 슈코크띠양 yeah I did it. 사로자남 gotta make it smaller again. 사로자남 사라사함 사나딘담. Yeah, it's too small. I don't like it when it's small. 사로자남 사라사함 사나딘담 브라푸르라 바드모드 파바레누 방아시땀 브라푸르라 바드모드 파바레누 레누어 브라푸르라 바드모드 브라푸르라 바드모드 파바레누 방아시땀 제를비가 히야슈 수탕까라나나흐 꾸무드바티나 무다야얌 쇼파나흐 땅삼 무카모다마하 무카모다마다는 타쿠 푸릉은강알 무카모다마다는 타 푸릉은강알 비하야 바드마니 무카라비는데 라그나흐 수가는 타 티까마 깔라이얌 수가는 타 티까마 깔라이얌 니바리따 시장비 나띠아 주스템 하소파 하사이흐 사라사프라카 샤에바디아이 시장 브리띠아이 누르띠아이 시장 짤레 비하라이흐 가라그라 하이스 땅에 잘라요타나 땅 시장 깔슈 잘요타
잘라 잘라 요타날 다시 짝갈쇼 다시 짝갈쇼 다 필바니 다 피루쯔 짜이흐 성을 까마따부덩을 만나서 슈코크팀 미비지연 바드멀 사키피흐 사메땅을 잘라드 사무드타야 마하이 하푸쇼 자가마 닐드시떡 까담은 반 바샤는 다무 닐드시떡 까담은 바샤는 다무 수케 샤야남 마누이 베디까 가땀 까르김 보라스타다띠 수리아 발쩌짜 사무 보라스타다띠 보라스타다띠 수리아 발쩌사 보라스타다띠 수리아 발쩌사 보라스타다띠 수리아 발쩌짜 사무 마하마누이 브라타비 푸쇼너 찌땀 슈케나 살듯함 따무다이쿠 셔때 샤무 따말라 니람 까말라 바팀 브라품 비담은 바람 자루사로 잘로짜나무 자누바훔 브루투비나 바쿠쇼삼 시리바드 사사트 가우스투 팍가는 띠라지따무 I guessed the ending correctly. 시리바드 사사트 가우스투 팍가는 시리바드 사사트 가우스투 팍가는 띠라지따무 다다드 푸땀 루밤 아베쿠 슈여 바드마 삼스땀은 피땅 비스무르따사 사뜨 끄리양을 비스무르따 사뜨 끄리양을 비스무르따 사뜨 끄리양을 수부땀 뚜 사문보타이툼 브라부르뜨땀 니바라야마사 비샹은 기타 아뜨마 까다치 데쇼티 발로티 루피 까다치 데쇼티 발로티 루피 마드달샤나트 스트리트 바무파이티 마드달샤나트 스트리트 바무파이티 사쿠쇼트 따당뜨랑 김메 파비땅 파바시아 바레노 샤파프라티메나 로케 짜랑 테마 자가타 마티 샤흐 브라보티타스타드 트르다얌 I need to double check that. Scribble 24 트르다얌 Okay. 바라짜라 드마 자가타 마티 샤흐 브라보티타스타드 트르다얌 브라보티타스타드 트르다얌 비비지앙 다달샤 바드문 브리야루 바쇼팡 야탕 라망 시리마투수다나 그레 삼비쿠쇼여 마야미바 모히님 땅 자가다 가마쿠이타흐 사 까르기흐 Sakhi pirisham samupagatam tam Kato kushabikushwa pabina mitang siam Kata kushabikushwa Kata kushabikushwa pabina mitang siam. Oof, I need to double check that too. Thanks a lot. Ihaihi susuvangatamasatu pagyat samagamasate kushalaya me siant so fuzzy. Tapana nenduha kila kamapuratang pamanodaya sukhaya kanante. Lola kushui labanuyara samuratamte kamahidashirtasya Pitanturasya Tanotu Shanantim Sukurutena Kurutya Sudulapam Jivanama Shritasya Bahu Tavaitam Kurutam Manojinyam Hurudi Satitam Kama Mudanantabasama Jai Vayatam Jarunakang Kushana Dvipam Yata Sadi Bidil no Gumumpam Sadi Bidil no Gumumpam. Alright, 2 more shlokas left. Alright. No, there's more. Alright, 4 more shlokas left. Satana bima buddhati tamastakau. Satana bima buddhati buddha. Satana bima buddhati buddha. Satana bima buddhatina. Satana bima buddhati tamastakau. Satana bima buddhati tamastakau. Kama pratodan bibam. What the heck? What is this stupid a-hole? Sorry. It's like I'm really sensitive, when I'm reciting anyway. You wanna mess with me while I'm reciting it by screwing up this word. Kama vivan. Are you kidding? That's a va? Are you kidding me? Kama parato da biban. Kama parato. Yeah, I don't trust this transliteration. Let me double check with this one. This is so stupid. Like, what am I doing? I just want to recite Sanskrit. But this planet, something wrong with it. Stupid. Okay, so it is about. Thanks a lot, human. Satana bima buddhatita masatakau. Satana bima buddhatita masatakau te kama prato da vivan. Kama prato da vivan. Pansasa katau. Mamorasa Pinananijan Pimanau Subaitolau Bianti Shatan Puriyam Me 가는 따시야 소파나미담 발리드라얌 수드레노 로마 발리레카 라쿠슈이담 로마 발리레카 라쿠슈이담 비팡지담 메디빌라그나 마티아메 메디빌라그나 마티아메 가마시아 둘가시라야 마스투 메 뿌리야무. Yeah, I guessed it. Yeah, are my memory gonna come back? Am I gonna remember all the Sanskrit that I've read in my previous life? I wonder. I'm scratching my head as I'm saying it too. 남은 포루 삼은 포가 수카양 메 시아는 이따문 바빔밤 시아는 이따문 바빔밤 볼리노빠맘 때 따는 방은기 따는 밤 슈가 상은가 쇼팜 따는 밤 슈가 상은가 쇼팜 바라마트타까마 비모다디아마 라무 비모만도디아 바라마트타까마 비마도디아마 라무. Yeah. All right, two more shlokas. Oh, the sunset. I'm in trouble. I have to do my prayer. As the minutes go by after, my prayer requirements. So it's Friday night. As soon as the sun goes down, I have to do this Kabbalah prayer, or else my body starts decaying ever so slowly. And then I'll have nightmares, and it's just really bad. Okay, there's 2 shlokas left. I'm going to read the translation. I'll read it pretty fast because I have to do my Kabbalah prayer. We'll see where it goes. But I don't feel pain right. I'm not in pain right now, so it's okay. 바담은 보잠 땡은구리 빠뜨라찌뜨리땀 바람 마라락. What in the world is that? Cha? Are they using that as cha? Chano? Marala chano nu pura bratamu. I'll find out. It's just a style. It's not a new word or new character. It's just a style. Person's using a style that doesn't want people to recognize it. So trying to write in secret. Marala ka. No way that's a ka. They're using it here too. That's not ka. What choice do I have then? Let me switch scenes here. Sorry, that's not Sanskrit. I don't know what that word or character is, but I think this is starting to make sense now. The person who wrote this Sanskrit, Devanagari, his native language is another language, like Marathi or something. It's another language. That's why his Sanskrit looks that way, because it's almost like listening to somebody with a heavy accent. That's how he's writing Sanskrit Devanagari. That's why it's not easy for me to follow along. And now he's using a character that's not Sanskrit. That looks like a Marathi word, like another language. So let me do my research, find out what the correct pronunciation is, because we don't know, because nobody cares, nobody knows. So I know there's one other person who could do what I could do on the entire planet, and that's it. if there are more, I don't know about them. I don't think there's any more than just one other person on the entire planet who could do what I could do. And I'm doing this, presenting it on YouTube, and nobody cares. Oh, he doesn't even sound human anymore. Yeah, nobody cares. Karuki Purana Sanskrit documents. I did this before. I couldn't find anything. It's almost like somebody is trying to hide Karuki Purana. Yeah. It's becoming more apparent the more I get into it. Why are you hiding Karuki Purana? Okay, so I found yet another version exists. So I could now triple check. Checking is not what I want to do. Somebody asked me the other day, why don't you write your own autobiography? And I told the person, I was an actor. That's what acting is my profession. I'm not a historian. What does that mean? It means I'm not as organized as a historian. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that was so archive.org is, if you've seen my videos from a week ago, archive was either being attacked or it was attacking me. Something was attacking me while I was reciting Sanskrit. Today it's loading up really fast. Okay, so Karuki Purana. This. Okay, I'll show you. I could show you this now. If I could. There you go. So it's still, it is what it is. But at least I have another thing to look at if I believe that I can't trust the other two copies. I have a third version. I should call it 1.5 version because two other copies are the exact identicals almost. Or one person copied off the other person. Okay, so this is it. I just have 2 shlokas left. So here we go. That's the actual correct version, you stupid. Lakatra, lakatra, lakatra. Alright, maybe I should go with this version, but it's really fuzzy. That's the problem with this version. So I'm gonna just read one word from here. Now, are they using that stupid double V system that the other copies are using? If this version is not using that, I'll go with this version. I wish there were a better digital copy of it. It's really fuzzy, man. This is so fuzzy. Sorry, I almost dropped the F-bomb again. Maralakutrano nu puran puratamu. Maralakutrano nu puran. Maralakutrano nu puran puratamu. Yeah, that's the correct word. And that is this writer, the author, his original language is not Sanskrit. It's something else. And it shows in his Devanagari. It sucks. Kama hidashitasyam mama sutu shanantaye hurudi sititam padma kane sushopane. Okay, last one. Shurtu baitadu bachana muratam kalikula tvam sasya karikeralam durashatvam satapurushatvamasya uditang padumang sakhi pilvurutang kanantam kulanantamanah kuratan jaliputwa purvangachan tatasadaram tira purasa kuratam nijapatim natuvang namasakanan tara. I need to double check 2 words. Why am I checking? I don't want to check these stupid words. I mean, work, not words. Words are beautiful. I take it back. See what happens? I get angry and I curse the things I don't want to curse. Alright. They're okay. So dear God, the earthlings did not keep their Vedic text intact, as was expected. Yeah, this world doesn't make sense because your thinking system, thinking processes are off. That's my verdict. In regards to this entire world, I've just judged the entire world based on my studies on Sanskrit and based on how people are keeping Sanskrit words together intact over time, and they didn't keep it intact. They didn't keep the works that I needed to study intact. What does that tell you? There are other books that are perfect, but not this one. Iti Shri Kariki Puranvenu Bhagavate Shri Kariki Puranvenu Bhagavate Bhavishuye Dviti Yamshe Padma Kariki Sakushatva Padma Kariki Sakushatva Padma Kariki Sakushat Sambado Nama Dviti Yotyayah. Namasutta. All right, so I'll keep. Now I have two and a half versions. That's just one correct version. 3 incorrect versions. I have to go back and forth. This version, that version. Chapter 9, the meeting of Lord Kariki and Padmavati. Sutta said, Kariki dismounted and sat on a divine altar that was bedecked with emeralds, crystal, and other precious stones, which was situated by the pathway used by people to bring water from the lake. The Lord saw swarms of hummingbees hovering around the fully blossomed lotus flowers in the lake, fully intoxicated by their fragrance. The forest was cool because of the shade provided by the Kadamamba trees. After sitting down comfortably, Lord Kariki sent Shuka to see Padmavati. Shuka flew to the residence of Padmavati and sat at the top of a Nagakeshara tree from... I need to find a better copy of this too. There's no period after sentences. Shuka flew to the residence of Padmavati and sat at the top of a Nagakeshara tree. From there, he saw Padmavati lying down on a lotus-shaped bed inside the palace, surrounded by her companions. Her face looked dry and pale due to her warm breathing, which was a sign of her intense separation from the Lord. She held a fully blossomed lotus flower smeared with sandalwood paste, slowly moving it from side to side. Although a gentle cooling breeze blew, carrying fine drops of water, the pollen of lotus flowers and the aroma of various other flowers, which was certainly very pleasant. Padmavati did not take any pleasure in it at all, but instead criticized it. When Shuka saw Padmavati's pathetic condition, he attempted to pacify her with sweet words. Padmavati then said, "O Shuka, may you achieve auspiciousness. I hope that your journey has been fruitful." So, spelling error. The bird said, or grammar error. The bird said, "Yes, I feel that everything is going as planned." Padmavati said, "O parrot, since your departure, I have simply been waiting anxiously for your return." Shuka said, "I think that there is a remedy so that all of your misery will be vanquished." Padma said, "I must be very unfortunate because I am not able to gain any relief from my suffering." The bird said, "O devotee of Lord Shiva, it will not be difficult to dispel your anguish." Padmavati said, "O Shuka, I am so unfortunate. How will my desire ever be fulfilled?" Shuka said, "O gentle lady, your desire will be fulfilled very soon. I have brought the Lord of your heart and he is waiting by the side of the lake." Upon realizing that a long-cherished desire would soon be fulfilled, Padmavati became filled with joy and the hairs of her body stood on end. She touched her lips to the lips of the parrot and fixed her eyes on his eyes. Padmavati's 8 principal companions, Bimala, Malini, Lola, Kamala, Kamakandala, Bilasimi, Charumati, and Kumudang, were preparing to go to the lake to enjoy playing in the water. Padma addressed their companions. "My dear friends, let us go now to the lake and enjoy ourselves." After saying this, Padmavati hurried mounted on a palanquin and left the palace along with her nicely dressed companions. Nicely. She was in a hurry to see Kariki, and she reminded one of how Lokamini had left her palace to meet Gurushunmo, the lord of the Yadus. While Padmavati was going to the lake, all the male citizens ran away, here and there, fearing that they might turn into females if they looked at the princess. After their wives had seen that they had returned home safely, the men peacefully engaged in the worship of the Supreme Lord. In this way, the road became devoid of men. Padmavati's palanquin was carried by young, strongly built women. According to the plan of Shuka, Padmavati traveled to the lake by palanquin, surrounded by her companions. Soon, Padmavati, I'm just gonna say Padma from now on. Not gonna say Padmavati. Soon Padma and her companions, whose faces resembled full moons and whose forms were very charming to behold, arrived at the lake. The water of the lake was fragrant because of the presence of many fully blossomed lotus flowers. The swans and cranes created a beautiful sound. In this setting, all the girls entered the water and began playing with great merriment. Bees became captivated by the aroma emanating from the girls' lotus-like faces. Indeed, they became so intoxicated that they gave up enjoying the nectar of the lotus flowers. Although the girls repeatedly tried to drive the bees away, they kept coming again and again because of the heavenly fragrance and beauty of their faces. At this time, Padma enjoyed playing with her friends. Their minds became enlivened by dancing, singing, playing musical instruments, clapping their hands, joking, smiling, and teasing one another. Thereafter, Padma, who was becoming afflicted by the arrows of Cupid, remembered the words of Shuka, and then came out of the water, followed by her friends. She changed her clothes and decorated herself with beautiful ornaments, and then went underneath a Kadamamba tree that had been appointed as the place of rendezvous. There Padma saw her beloved Kariki, peacefully sleeping on a raised platform that was decorated with jewels. The effulgence of his body defeated the brilliance of the sun. His entire body was decorated with varieties of precious jewels. The complexion of the lord of Lakushimi was dark like a damala tree, and he was dressed in yellow garments. He had lotus-like eyes, his arms reached to his knees, and his chest was very broad and displayed the mark of Srivatsa and Kaustuba gem. Upon seeing the transcendental form of the Lord, Padma became stunned and fearful. Indeed, she became so overwhelmed with emotion that she forgot to greet her lord. When Chuka attempted to awaken the lord, she forbade him, saying, "If this greatly attractive hero looks at me and is transformed into a woman, then what will be the use of the benediction that I have received from Lord Shiva? Truthfully, I consider Lord Shiva's benediction to be a curse." Lord Kariki, the supersoul of all living entities and master of the universe, understood Padma's intentions and so woke up. He saw that just as Lakshmi stands by the side of Lord Narayan, Narayano, the most beautiful and broad-eyed Padma stood in front of him. He saw that just as Lakshmi stands by the side of Narayano, the most beautiful and broad-eyed Padma stood in front of him. Okay. When the Lord gazed at the princess, Padma was surrounded by her friends. She lowered her head out of modesty. While gazing at his eternal consort, who was bewildering like Maya, Lord Kariki said, "O enchanting one, please come near me. May your arrival bring you auspiciousness. I have finally met you. Now my affliction caused by Cupid's arrows has been vanquished by the soothing rays from your moon-like face. O restless-eyed one, although I am the creator of the universe, my heart has been bitten by the poisonous snake of passion. Indeed, I find no other remedy than the nectar of your beautiful face. True peace and happiness are achieved only by accumulating a great mountain of pious merit. To act piously is the only objective of those who are souls surrendered to the Supreme Lord. Just as an elephant keeper brings a maddened elephant under control by using a goad, only your enchanting arms will pacify my mind by extinguishing the burning caused by the 5 arrows of Cupid. Your 2 rounded breasts, covered by a cloth stand with their heads held high, just like the goad of Cupid. Let them be squeezed by my chest, so that my heart's desire will be fulfilled. My dear one, your waist is very thin, like the middle part of the sacrificial altar. The 3 lines of your abdomen, which is decorated with fine hair, appear to be the pathway of Cupid. May that abdomen now bring me pleasure. O Ramporu, O beautiful one, your hips can be compared to the banks of a river, and they are bound with fine garments. Your hips destroy the lusty desires of materialistic people who are overwhelmed by insatiable lust. Let these hips be the object of my enjoyment. Let your lotus feet, which are placed within the water of my heart, which is therefore adorned with leaves in the form of your toes, and which are decorated with anklets having tinkling bells, neutralize the poisonous effect caused by the biting of the snake of my passion." After hearing these transcendental words of nectar spoken by Lord Kariki, the destroyer of the contamination of Kali, Princess Padma became overwhelmed with happiness. Because her heart had been captivated by Kariki, she offered her obeisances to him, and then, with great devotion, began to speak to her eternal husband. Thus ends the translation of the 9th chapter of Sri Kariki Purana, named, the Sanskrit gives it a name, The Meeting of Lord Kariki and Padma. They're using a title for Padma, and it's getting in the way of translation. The original text doesn't have, the endearing term added to the name Padmavati. It's just Padma. So, humans add things to an ancient text. It's typical, very typical of humans. It doesn't make me happy. So I am gonna what was I gonna check? Oh yeah. So the original Sanskrit says, Padma. See, it's just Padma. There's no Padmavati. Stupid human. Padma, 가르기, 사구셔드, 삼방아도. So it's conversation between Padma and 가르기. Nama means it's named. So this chapter is named The Conversation Between Padma and 가르기. Chapter 2. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not gonna do anymore. I just did 3 hours of Sanskrit studies. It's more like 2.5 hours of Sanskrit studies because I'm spending so much time correcting these holy people, you know, or either correcting them or correcting the people who try to digitize it really, really poorly. I'm not too happy. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much. I'm gonna chant. I'll have to do my Kabbalah prayer, and then I'll go all out for chanting. I'm gonna go all out for chanting. Yeah. It takes money to go all out. Thank you.